I've given this deck a shot on the ladder and it's gone pretty well for me. I was really impressed. I went 4-0 very quickly and was like, wow, did we really not nerf Elusives enough? Are they still this strong? I'm going to show you the pros and cons of this list as well as the key concepts and cards of it, and then we'll go ahead and play a game and see how that goes. A positive of this deck is that it is an aggro deck, therefore it makes the games pretty quick and you know win or loss pretty quickly as well, so it's really good for grinding ladder. It does pretty well against other aggro lists because you can just go right under them, you don't really block, and you just make it where you buff up the creatures and then you just kind of ignore things. The list also does pretty well against the control and mid-range too, I found. You can have a little bit of a hard time against some of the freeze list, but it goes under Elnux as well, which is pretty common on ladder still. The cons of it is it does gas out pretty quickly. There aren't a ton of draws. We have Shadow Assassin, and then Conspirator can go with that and then pull things back. But because you're buffing things up so much with Jeweled Protector, it usually isn't too much of an issue, and you can also Conspirator the Jeweled Protector just to get that little extra mile of value. And getting giant Elusives is extremely hard to deal with. An important card in this list is the Jeweled Protector. It is a 5 mana, 4/4, give plus 3/3 to a selected unit in hand. This can be given to usually any of the elusive cards, is generally the cards of choice. One that I like to use is the Green Glade Duo. That reason is whenever another card is played, then it gains an extra attack. This makes it really hard to deal with when this thing has 4 health. Not many cards can deal with that efficiently. One of the ways that you can buff this card nice, quickly, and efficiently is using the Kinko Wayfinder card, which is a 4 mana, 2/3, pull 2 1-drops out of your deck if you have Allegiance. So that's why we see this deck has a lot of Ionia cards in it. It is a 34-to-6 ratio. That is a very high chance of being able to get that Allegiance. The 2 1-drops in this deck are the Blade Scout as well as the Omen Hawk, and the Omen Hawk is critically important in this list. It replaces Inspiring Mentor from the original burn list, and Inspiring Mentor used to be a 1/1 and then was a 1-drop that gave something plus 1/1 your hand of your choice, but the Omen Hawk doesn't quite have the same choice, but it does give 2 things plus 1/1 at the top of your list. And one of the things that makes Elusives weaker is having less health. They're susceptible to things like Vile Feast or Mystic Shot, for instance. The buffs from Jeweled Protector as well as Omen Hawk aim to keep you from getting your cards taken out by those spells. Omen Hawk is also critically important in this list because it can be played on turn 1, buff 2 cards, and then the next turn you can use your Navari Conspirator to bring it back, and then you can play it again and buff the cards again. Keeping it out of range of the removal tools is essential for the deck to do well if you're against a more control style deck or even a burn deck. Let's go ahead and try out a game for ourselves. Last time you saw, I was at Silver, and I'm at Diamond 4 now, so it's been a very successful climb. Hopefully I'll keep going. I'm really happy with Diamond first off, just because I think I did it in 4 days from Silver to Diamond. It was quite a few games, and it was just a nice accomplishment to have, and hopefully Masters in the future as well. Okay, so we have our Omen Hawk to start. I definitely want that. They're going to toss these other 2. I would like to find Conspirator if possible. Green Glade isn't too bad. I would love to see the buff on Green Glade instead though. We do have the Protector. Maybe, ooh, that's not going to help. I was going to say maybe we can play that later instead onto the Green Glade, but we'll guess that kind of changes it because I'm not sure if we'll be able to curve out the way I want to now. Yeah, so definitely not with that. So we'll go this direction. Hopefully we don't get Vile Feasted. If we do, we'll go ahead and make this trade anyway. It's still worth it. Okay, that makes things nice. We want to save this to block the spider in the future. So we'll just take the 2 damage while we can. And in this round. And this is a very clunky hand. That's very helpful though, especially in this aggro matchup. Oh, what's a turn? I want to block this one. There we go. Obviously, Elixir of Iron is not worth saving at 1/1. It's what we want to use most likely on this duo. It's really unfortunate we have to pass this turn. Hopefully, wow. This is ridiculous. I want to curve out nice. Please? That would be alright? Okay. You know what? 2 3/3s. I think we can be okay here. Oh, it's just super rough. Wow. I want to curve out too! Pick me, game, pick me. We'll probably be using this protector onto this life blade. I'm not sure what they'll be able to do about it. And I'm actually very grateful that they're open attacking here. No, we'll just kill this one. If they... You know what, we can use Elixir, but if they use Mark of the Isles on their Elise, we're happy with that. Glimpse on Elise is just as good. Okay. I'm happy with that. This could be a lot worse, right? Right? Alright, so we got these two to hopefully start turning things around. I mean, this is a lot of lifesteal. That's a lot of lifesteal. Alright, and if they try to Black Spear, we do have the Elixir of Iron. Okay, no, that, you know, that's a Black Spear too. Same thing. They discard a card for it too. And we save some. Alright. This is a bit more in the direction I can withstand. Okay. Do I want to play this? Probably. I mean, I might want to save for refuge in case they try to use another jinx thing. Or spear. Like maybe they glimpse. Because I have to keep those up. Well, I guess more the 6/6 than anything. This is specifically to block a 3/2. Which feels a bit weird. But it's my only choice because of Fearsome. I guess I could block the 4/3 if they play that. So, throw this down. Throw that down. Probably just let them go from here. I would like to develop this if possible. Well, at the same time though, the only thing I need to keep alive is this. Like, that's really all I care about. Because that should be able to just go through pretty easily. Is there any way even if I double mark here, I just play Spirit's Refuge and I get a heal for enough. It's probably a bit greedy not playing this other thing though. So I'll just play it. Play it here though, because then it heals for more, right? Or is, nope, 12. Yeah, we'll just be safe. We'll be really, really safe. Really safe, right? Yeah. And then we'll have two ways to be able to kill them, even if they somehow remove the 7/6. So we'll go ahead and play this now. Very, very nice. Okay, so they're searching for answers here. We're in a good spot. We're in a really great spot. Like, they're looking for a Mystic Shot, and you get excited to kill this, most likely. Will they get it? Maybe. If only Deny was still 3 mana. Is it another Black Spear? Nope. Okay, we should have this game. So we'll go here. We got it. Alright. Even without curving out, I was a little bit jealous of that great curve that they had, but it didn't even matter just because the buffs on this are just, they're so hard to deal with. Just what I was talking about. Lifeblade having more than 2 health just seems to be an issue. It is incredibly strong. You can see that was really nasty to deal with. The double Dark Spear was really their only out. In that case, it wasn't really an out because I still had the 6/5 anyway, and I still had more Elusives to come at them. Obviously, people are pretty tired of Elusives at this point because we've seen them over and over again, but they are still pretty good, at least from my first impression. It goes pretty well against the SI decks, which aggro SI or mid-range SI is still being played around with a bit, but it still very strong deck, and if Elusives have a little bit of a favored edge into that, that could just be meaning that we're gonna see more and more Elusives again, which I honestly thought they were going to be pretty gone overall. I thought they were like butchered, especially seeing Inspiring Mentor pretty much just go away. I feel like that card was a huge enabler, but Omen Hawk just seems to have taken its place and has done a really great job. We saw Omen Hawk do incredibly well in that last game, and it's probably why it's, yeah, I've always felt like Inspiring Mentor though and Omen Hawk were crazy cards, just because giving stats in this game, especially early on, is really big in a blocker chooses game, and even more so when those stats go onto creatures that are unblockable. It'll be interesting to see how this deck morphs and forms in the future, and how the meta shapes as well. We're still in a very just testing meta. People like to think that the meta is solved like really quickly, but to me, metas are always changing and diversifying because of the way people are reacting to it. When you start seeing a specific deck do well in the meta, then people start making decks that counter it, and then people start making decks that counter that deck, and it's just this really fluid thing, and I really enjoy that of card game. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. Like, subscribe, and comment helps me out, and I'm excited to continue making more videos. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye!